Your 14-year-old rolls their eyes, lets out a heavy sigh, and snaps, "You never understand anything." Instantly, your chest tightens, a wave of anger rushes through you, and you feel like you are about to explode. But instead of yelling, you turn around and walk away. You choose silence. In that moment, as you take a deep breath in the other room, you probably think to yourself that you are being incredibly mature, you are regulating your emotions. But do you know what is going through your child's mind? Behind that closed door, a terrifying thought just crossed their brain. My parent just disappeared. Welcome to Broken Trust Explained. Today we are going to talk about an invisible weapon used in almost every home, the silent treatment. But more importantly, we're going to learn how to break this cycle of hurt and build a love that never walks away. Let us look closely at the exact moment you walk away. When a child makes a mistake and the connection with their parents suddenly vanishes, their developing brain instantly writes a brutal survival rule. It learns that big, messy feelings make people leave. That single rule will quietly follow them into every friendship, every romantic relationship, and every conflict they will ever face for the rest of their lives. First, we need to understand that your child is not sitting there thinking, "Wow, my parent is so well regulated." No, they feel abandoned. From your perspective, you just need some space to calm down, but from their perspective, you just turned into a piece of furniture that hates them. You might still be in the same room, but you're folding laundry like you're diffusing a bomb. You're closing kitchen cabinets like you're tapping out an angry Morse code. You're answering their questions with a cold, hollow hum. To an adult, that just reads as someone being mad, but to a child's nervous system, it translates to a terrifying question. Did I just destroy this relationship forever? Their brain does not process emotional regulation. It only processes a simple equation. Present equals safe, and gone equals danger. Neuroscience actually backs this up. Emotional withdrawal lights up the exact same regions of the brain, specifically the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, as physical pain does. When you go silent, their brain logs it as a mini abandonment. It quietly installs the belief that when they mess up, the people they love will disappear. And this leads to a devastating second lesson. They begin to believe that having big feelings costs them human connection. The silent treatment usually happens right after an emotional explosion, after the yelling, the eye-rolling, or the cutting words. You feel hurt and disrespected, and your feelings are completely valid. But what the child experiences is this: I had big feelings, I handled them badly, and now my parent is gone. Their brain concludes that messy feelings equal losing their safe person. So to keep that fragile connection alive, they learn to suppress everything. It's a survival instinct. The next time they're overwhelmed, they will shut down completely. "I don't care" will become their favorite shield. They will lock themselves in their room and only cry when the shower is running. They're doing everything in their power to avoid the most painful thing in their world: your face going blank and your voice turning to ice. This is exactly when they stop telling you the truth. Imagine your child actually tells you something real and vulnerable. They say they hate a certain rule, or they admit they lied and feel terrible about it. You feel hurt, so you shut down emotionally. You don't scream, you just go offline. Their brain immediately connects honesty with your disappearance, which leads to unbearable pain. So the next time they face a massive problem, a serious mistake, or a scary secret, they'll think, "If I tell them, they'll shut down, and I cannot survive that coldness again. I'll just handle it myself." Your silence accidentally teaches them that the truth is dangerous. From your side, you wonder why they never talk to you anymore. From their side, they simply cannot risk losing your warmth again. Instead of talking, they become hyper-vigilant emotional detectives. The silent treatment is never truly silent. It feels like a tense murder mystery where your child is both the detective and the prime suspect. They start studying your every single move. You sigh, and they frantically try to decode it. Their entire emotional future depends on cracking the code of your mood. They track the exact silence level of how loudly you close the cutlery drawer.
They analyze whether you used their nickname or just called them your child. They turn into world-class micro-expression forensic experts, all just to figure out, how bad is it? Do they still love me? Kids who grow up with unpredictable parental moods develop an eggshell parenting response. They constantly scan the room to predict and prevent your next withdrawal. It might look like deep empathy to the outside world, but it's actually a severe stress response. And because of this, they learn a backwards lesson. Other people's moods are my responsibility. Most silent treatments end because the child simply can't take the pressure anymore. They wander into the room with a desperate peace offering. They murmur an awkward apology. Suddenly, the kitchen is cleaned to surgical standards. They offer you tea at 11 o'clock at night. You haven't explained your feelings or the problem, but because of their actions, you thaw, you go back to normal. And their nervous system concludes, when someone freezes me out, I have to fix it. We accidentally train our children to abandon their own needs to repair other people's emotions. We create adults who apologize first, even when they did absolutely nothing wrong, just to make the silence stop. At Broken Trust Explained, we dive deep into this research because understanding the root cause is the only way to heal. These children grow up believing that all conflict equals relationship death. They'll grow into teenagers who say, whatever, it doesn't matter, when it actually matters deeply. They'll grow into adults who say, I'm fine, while dying inside. They'll ghost people instead of having hard conversations, and they'll stay in toxic situations just because bringing up a problem might cause the other person to leave. And tragically, they'll copy and paste your silence onto their future partners and their own children. They'll download the idea that shutting down is how power works, and this is what love looks like when it's angry. But before you spiral into guilt, let's talk about why you actually do this. You're not a manipulative villain. Most of us use the silent treatment because we were raised in homes filled with screaming and rage, and we are desperately trying not to be like that. We're terrified of saying something unforgivable. We think we're being responsible by cooling off. And listen to me, you are allowed to need space. You are absolutely allowed to pause. The damage doesn't come from taking space. The damage comes from taking space while refusing to say what's happening. You don't fix this overnight, but you can change everything with tiny, repeatable moments of courage. The next time you feel like exploding, narrate what's happening. Instead of just walking away, say, I'm really angry and hurt right now. I don't want to say something I'll regret, so I need an hour, but I still love you and we will come back to this. Do you know what their brain hears? I'm still here, you're safe, we're just pausing. That one single sentence drops their panic by half. Put a clear time limit on your space. Saying, I need a break with no endpoint feels like a life sentence in exile. Saying, I need 20 minutes feels like a safe pause. And if you realize you've already used the silent treatment, just name it. Go to them and say, I went quiet earlier instead of explaining how I felt. That probably felt really bad, and I'm sorry. I'm still learning how to handle being mad without disappearing. Your child does not need a perfect parent. They need a parent who shows them what repair looks like. Repair doesn't erase the mistake, it completely rewrites the lesson. You have the power to break this cycle. You have the power to show them that true love stays in the room even when things get hard. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Broken Trust Explained as we continue this journey of healing together.